It's Brenda again, back with another story. Pardon the sunburn. I went hiking last weekend and the Arizona sun is a little harsh on you, girl. Wait. What are you gonna do? Anywho, I took some more notes because I'm trying to stay on track still, because as you saw from the last video, I really do know how to talk a lot. And I want to keep this video as short as possible. So this video is talking about my experience over the last couple of years with online coaching and what I've done to get the results that I've gotten. In case you didn't watch my last video, I have lost 145 pounds in just over 2 years now. That's a lot. That's an entire human being, like a grown adult. And I'm super proud of myself for getting that done. It's like, it wasn't easy. Let me tell you that, it wasn't easy. But I did it. Yes, I did it. All right. So I started my journey in March of 2016. The first thing I did was change my diet. When I moved from my apartment into the townhome I live now, I didn't bring any of the food that I had over there besides what I had in the fridge, like, you know, the fruit and veggies and just the produce. And then I stocked up everything here fresh. Basically, the only thing in my pantries right now is like healthy food, basically, yeah, like whole wheat pasta and black beans and stuff like that. No cookies, no chips. You will not find that in my house. If at any point I do feel the need for something like that to satiate a craving, I don't buy anything in big packages. Like if I want some chips, I go and buy the little small pack that's like 99 cents. And that's all I eat. That's all I allow myself, because I can be dangerous with a bag of chips with a big one. I'll probably eat it in a whole sitting watching a movie. No shame. Well, yes, shame, but you know what I mean. So I changed my diet first, and then about a week later, I decided to join a gym, and I got a membership with Planet Fitness. Yeah, all I was doing was cardio there. That's all I did. All I did was cardio for about 5 weeks. And when I got to the end of those 5 weeks, I had to stop losing weight already. Like I hit a plateau, and I didn't understand that because I had just started. But what I didn't know is that I wasn't eating correctly. Even though I was eating healthy, I wasn't eating the right amounts of food. I was eating too much still. I was eating too much healthy food. There is such a thing. Yeah, if you're not doing enough, then you're still eating too much. Calories in versus calories out. Is that the same? I wasn't in a deficit. That's all there is to it. I was not in a caloric deficit. And I stopped losing weight because of that. So on Instagram, I follow a lot of people in the fitness industry. I follow even more now than I did back then. And I was following a guy that did online coaching. And I asked him a few questions, and then he offered, he told me what he offered, and I was like, you know what? Let's give this a try and see if it'll work for me. I mean, I'm not working with a person of an actual trainer in person, so they're not going to be like yelling at me, barking at me at the gym or something like that, which is what I didn't want. So I gave that a try. I bought a program that was 12 weeks long. And in those 12 weeks, he gave me workouts, he gave me a meal plan, he taught me, that the appropriate amounts of protein and carbs and all of that. He introduced me to carb cycling, which I absolutely love, by the way. I love to carb cycle. It's probably my lifestyle now. I still do it, and it works for me, so I still keep doing it. And those 12 weeks that I worked with him, I lost almost 40 pounds. I was about maybe 38 and a half pounds that I lost with him. At the end of the 12 weeks, I felt like I still needed some more help. Wasn't sure that we'd be able to do it on my own. So I bought another 12-week program with him. But the second one, I didn't feel like he was listening to what I was asking him. Like I asked him to give me workouts like in the gym, something more aggressive in there. And instead, he came back to me with nothing but body weight workouts that I could do at home. And that frustrated me because at that point I was way heavier than I am right now. And even now, body weight workouts are a struggle for me. So I felt like he didn't know who I was yet, even after working with me for those first 12 weeks. And that frustrated and annoyed me to no end. Like, I've been working with this dude for 12 weeks already, and then he sends me a program of workouts that anybody who actually knows me would know. I can't do all this. I can't do a pull-up. I weigh over, at that point I was over, wow, how much did I weigh? I was still over 400 pounds at that point. So how am I going to do a pull-up? I can barely lift like 15-pound dumbbells. So, yeah, I finished my program with him, and I did not renew that. I didn't renew with him. Nice guy, but the company grew pretty quickly, and they were taking on too many people, and I felt like I wasn't really getting the attention that I needed. I didn't need my handheld, but if I send you an email, I expect a response within a day or two, and he sometimes didn't respond for a week. And by the time he responded, the question was irrelevant. And that's what got me. So it was time for me to move on. And I decided to just do things on my own for a while. I ended my last program with him in early October of 2016. And I was doing my own thing. And I was on a steady rate, losing probably 2 to 3 pounds a week, which isn't bad. It's a good number to do still, but then the holidays hit, and it was the first holidays that I was experiencing in my new lifestyle. I did try to, refrain from being the Brenda that was a savage when it came to tamales. I tried, but I love tamales. I ate a lot of tamales, and I'm also a baker, and I made a lot of baked goods in December of 2016. I made a lot of baked goods, and I was a savage on those too. So I gained back some of the weight that I had taken off, and I was really upset about that. So after the new year, I decided, okay, focus, get back in the game, get your head back in the game. And that's exactly what I did. But I felt like the gym I was working out at was kind of holding me back. It's Planet Fitness. The majority of the machines are for cardio. So I opened up a membership with a different gym that opened up basically next door to where I live now. It's within a 5-minute walking distance, which is awesome. I now work out at EOS Fitness, and that gym challenged me. There's so much equipment there that I had never seen. When I walked in, I was like, whoa, they're so cool. Seriously. And I still walk in and look at equipment and I'm like, oh, I want to use that. Oh, I'm such a nerd, I know. But, yeah. So I joined that gym. And within the first 2 weeks of working out there, someone came up to me during leg day and corrected my form on my deadlift, and he turned out to be a personal trainer. And he not there at that gym, but he did it on his own. And we exchanged information, and I ended up doing 4 sessions with him. Yeah, Sharif. Shout out Sharif. Really nice guy. But, personal training can get pretty expensive. So I felt that the 4 sessions I did with him was all I could do. That's all I could afford. So, I got what I could out of those 4 sessions that I did with him. He helped me a lot with form when it came to my deadlift, when it came to like chest press. He helped me know where to position how to position my arms, how to position my back, how to position my feet, all of that. He helped me tremendously with that. And I'm so thankful for you, Sharif. If you're watching this, love you, dude. But after the 4 sessions, I was tapped out. I couldn't do any more with him, unfortunately. So, what's funny is that within 2 weeks of, stopping working with him is when I started working with another online coach, which is, ironic because I was already kind of turned off by the whole online coach thing, but it's because I wasn't working with the right person for me. I'm not saying he wasn't the right person for somebody else, but for me, he wasn't the right person. I needed somebody that, when I asked a question, I would get an immediate response because I'm asking the questions when I'm at the gym and I need the response when I'm there, So I met my friend Graham. He's now my friend. He is an online coach, but he is now my friend. We met on Instagram also. We have an amazing relationship now. We really good friends. He's basically one of my best friends. Amazing guy. He is with Pillars of Growth. That is his company. And it's an amazing community of people. The coaches are amazing. The other clients have become friends of mine too, locally and people who are across the country. Maybe I haven't met any of them except for the ones that are local. But doesn't mean we can't be friends, right? And doesn't mean we can't support each other. It doesn't mean that we can't reach out and just be there for each other. And that's exactly what this community does. And it's freaking amazing. In working with Graham, I was able to develop myself more at the gym. He challenged me exactly how I needed at the gym with workouts that were more gym geared and not at home body workouts because I can't do those. But I will. Eventually I'll be able to do those. Trust. Anywho, he gave me basically bodybuilding workouts. My deadlifts, all the deadlifts and squats. Squats were hard for me for a very long time, and they're still not the easiest because I'm using my body weight and I'm not a light person. But I nailed a squat now. I can do a squat, and it's not a barbell squat. I will get there by the end of the year. That is my goal for 2018. Nailed a barbell squat, like a back squat. I'd be even happy with the front squat, but it has to be a barbell squat. Right now, all I can do are goblet squats and what's the other one? Kettlebell squats? Yeah, those. So, sorry, I'm not going to edit this either. So, just like the other video, I still don't have any software to edit. So, it's going to be as it is. So, I've been working with Graham for over a year now. And I don't see myself working with anybody else. He was the answer to the question I didn't even have. Where do I get help? He just showed up in my Instagram. And it just took off from there. And I've been working with him. I've actually met him in person. He flew out here in November of 2017. And he was out here to take one of his other clients to a bodybuilding competition. And he ended up actually staying at my place. And we spent an entire weekend together. And it was so cool to get to know with somebody in person that you've been working with online. And then he came back again this year in February, after he was traveling the country meeting most of his clients. I was one of the people that he stopped in to hang out with as well. He stayed here for a good week, and we spent a lot of quality time together. We got to know each other, and our relationship, our bond has just gotten stronger over the time. And I can honestly say right now, I can honestly call him one of my best friends. And that's a pretty amazing thing to say, nowadays. He's genuine. Our relationship is genuine, a genuine friendship that just naturally grew. And I am so thankful for that because I didn't get that experience the first time around when it came to online coaching, But I'm glad I didn't write it off completely and that I did give it a chance with Graham. I mean, after the first conversation I had with him on the phone, I was like, yeah, this kid knows what he's doing, and he's going to get me where I need to be. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So I have changed up my diets. When I plateau, I do change things up to see if it'll kickstart my weight loss again. I tend to plateau a lot on the scale, but I don't plateau when it comes to my body changing. The reason I plateau on the scale is because I'm gaining muscle. And I know this for a fact because my pants keep falling off. You have no idea how many times I've had to readjust my belt. Like I keep going to the further out hole, Like I need to buy a new belt now because the one I have is too big for me now. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I feel so sorry for me. My clothes don't fit. It's all falling off me. Wah. It's a problem, people. Let me tell you, it is a problem to have because I don't want to keep buying clothes that I'm gonna, eventually not be able to wear again anyway. So yeah, that's my current dilemma. But yes, I am shrinking. It's just that the scale it's being a turd, basically. But I'm okay with it because I can see the change in my body and people can see the change in my body. And I'm getting stronger at the gym. My gym abilities are getting so much better with every week. And that is exactly what I've wanted from the beginning. I've always said from the beginning, when people ask me what my goal is, when Graham asks me what my goal is, my response is always to be a fit badass. That's what I want to be. I want to be able to walk into the gym and walk up to like any type of equipment and be able to execute the exercise that it's meant for. I want to be able to walk up to the squat rack, throw on some weight on that barbell and squat the shit out of it. I want to be able to do that. I'm not there yet, but I will get there. There is nothing that can stop me when I'm determined to do something. Let me tell you that. Brenda and determination, fire, let me tell you. And I'm pretty sure Graham would agree with that, or anybody else from Pillars of Growth, because they all know me. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it when it comes to my experience the last 2 years to get the results what I'm getting, when I hit a roadblock, I changed things up to put my body back into that fat burning zone. Whether it's diet, like the macros, I changed up the macros, or right now I'm doing intermittent fasting and it's working wonders for me. It was difficult for me when I first tried it in December last year. I wanted, I was always hungry and I was moody. But this time around, I'm good. My body is accepting it and I love it. So that's my advice, basically. Like if you hit a plateau, change something up. Change up your training. Change up your diet. Cut back on the carbs. Increase the fats. Do something different and see what works for your body. And that's exactly what I'm doing too. It's not a secret. It's just a matter of experimenting to see what works for you. So, yeah, I think that's all I have. Wow, 20 minutes. Sorry. Well, I will see you guys in my next video. And I hope you guys stuck around to the end of it. And yeah, that's it.